right, day 4 of 4 of the Walt Disney World trip. We're at Magic Kingdom. You can see it behind me. We're ready to go hit the lines. It's, let's see, it's about 10:30. We just got in the park. They're open till 8 o'clock tonight. And what's best about it is it's nice to be back in a park that's very similar to Disneyland. So a lot of the rides, of course, are the same. We're looking forward to the oldies that we've got, and then riding some of the ones that are exclusive to out here. So we're gonna go ahead and already start jumping in lines because they're already starting to grow. So join us on this experience. So we're working our way to the end of the Haunted Mansion line, and we just found it.
You see the castle?
You can see the sign just up ahead, and we're over here by Frontier Town.
Karen, how long is the wait?
I was like, oh, there we go.
So here we are. So coming into view in the background is the Haunted Mansion. But the lines, looks like it's gonna go up and then come back around down this way and wrap around down by the river. So it'll be a moment before we get there, but it's nice to see it in all its glory. Finally, there it is up close, but we're still not there yet, of course, because we've got some queue to go through.
Now, as they say, look alive, and we'll continue our little tour.
Walking through the elevator, which is not moving.
Send us a message from somewhere beyond. Goblins and ghoulies from last Halloween.
We just got off the ride, and yep, a year is definitely too long to not go on that ride. A little bit different, of course, from Disneyland, but in all, it's basically the same ride. Can't wait for Disneyland to reopen so we can go on it whenever we want, but it was super amazing to be back on it again. So, kind of similar to the other parks, but what seems to be much worse is the crowd here is plentiful, and there's not really a lot of distancing going on. I mean, the lines are the lines, and they're generally sticking to them. But crowds, you can't really distance from them. And like, we were trying to walk the other direction to a bathroom just a minute ago, and basically it was line to line, people going the other direction with nowhere to go, so we basically had to go right through the middle of them. But as you can see, it does get quite narrow here, so that unfortunately is just science. So here we are on Frontier Land. It's a little bit better over here, but there's also a lot wider. So as the newbie would say, there's a lot more room for people to walk in. We're on our way over to Big Thunder Mountain right now. It's a shorter wait. All the roller coasters right now, besides Big Thunder Mountain and then Splash Mountain included in that, are all around an hour right now. But that's like the longest that any of the rides are. So wait times aren't too bad. So we'll see how they shape up throughout the day. It is also just about lunchtime, so we're gonna ride this one last ride and then go get lunch. How jerky this ride was. So here's an up-close shot of the castle, and if you can notice the little draperies, not on the columns, but in between it, the kind of pinkish blue ones, those ones should be for the 50th anniversary of Walt Disney World, which is coming up very, very soon. Oh yeah, and I can't zoom anymore, but maybe I can get a little closer. You can see the little pendants on the end, kind of like where the hands would be if it were an angel. They say 50 on it. So let's see if we can make that out on the camera. We'll have to review the computer screen footage, but I think you can see it. All right, so we just finished a short, quick little lunch because we have reservations to Liberty Tavern tonight for their plant-based Impossible meatloaf, which we're super excited about. So now we're heading over to Ariel Under the Sea because somebody right here has a little bit of a crush on Ariel. Isn't that right?
Yes.
Why do you have a crush?
Because she's so pretty.
That's pretty much been his favorite of all time. Although for a little while he was really into Elena, and so one of the first toys he actually bought from Disneyland, or that he got from Disneyland, was basically an Elena Barbie. So he had that for a while because he just had to have it. So we're gonna go get on it. It's over here, so there it is. Because it's been a year since we've ridden this ride too. So we're super excited about it. Nice low-key ride to let lunch kind of settle a little bit before we start getting into the heavier rides.
Walking around on those, what do you call them? Oh, feet.
Fishy feet, the spin and the sparkling, where it's at, and all that under the sea.
Now rings glossitis and next laryngitis, now punching to me. I admit that in the past I've been a nasty.
And we're over by the Tomorrowland Speedway, and just once again, crowds are plentiful. Not complaining. It's good to be here. And obviously, even though there's crowds, it's not what a normal spring break would look like since they're limiting capacity. But there's still a lot of people. And as you can see right here, like sitting in the center here, I'm sure all of those people don't know each other. They're just all sitting near each other. So if you come, Disney doesn't make up these rules. They're following local, city, state, and federal guidelines. So when people are constantly not following the rules, it could potentially force the park to have to close because they're not able to fully enforce the rules. So please, if you come to the park, just follow their current guidelines, whether you like them or not, or agree with them or not. It's their business. Let them set what they want to set, and then let them stay open, so that way inspectors don't have to close them down. So now we're heading over to where we were on our way to, is Space Mountain. It says it's a 45-minute wait right now, which is pretty slow actually. So we're gonna jump in line, make sure Declan is tall enough, because it's been a while, so we don't remember. And then hopefully ride another indoor one. Oh yeah, this would be his first time riding Space Mountain at Disney World, because he's ridden the one at Disneyland, which I think is 40 or 42 inches. Here he is just setting up the new sign for it right now. And it's not a bad queue right now, actually. Most of it's all out, like right in front of it, unless it does some crazy thing like wrap around another building, which I don't see it doing that. But Space Mountain has a really long queue in the building anyway. So that'll be a nice thing about this ride, is most of it will be indoors already. And for 45 minutes, even if it's a true 45 minutes, I'll take it, because it's still not as hot as it's gonna be. It's about mid-80s right now. There's about 70% humidity, so it's warm. but it feels cooler than it was yesterday, even though it's not. It's weird right now. I'm really hoping these clouds up here start to form, so that way.
The wrong way?
No, we go that way.
Are we going that way?
So that way we can get a little shade cover. So just in the time that we've been walking through the queue to get up to the line, it actually dropped to a 35-minute wait. So that will be super nice. Because right now you can see we're just about to walk into the building, and then we'll be inside until we're done with the ride. There we go. Now entering Adventureland. We are making our way over to ride Pirates of the Caribbean. We're just outside of Pirates of the Caribbean, and there is the end of the line sign. We're gonna sneak our way over here, but it snakes all the way back and around to here. So there's the end of the line, but it's this way. But at least it stays in the shade a little bit once we get out of this main drag.
Now, you scurvy skunk! Do I hear 10? A hen for a 10!
10? I'll give you 20 for the wrong.
Pipe down, you lily-livered lover!
Dinner's all done. It was all fantastic. That place never lets us down. We ate here last year as well. It was a little bit different food. It was something mushroom based, also delicious. I'm a mushroom guy, so I love it. So the meatloaf was a little bit mushy. It was more of a Salisbury steak, I would say, than a meatloaf, but it was still really, really good. The beans were flavored well. They were fresh, you could tell. The mashed potatoes had an overwhelming amount of flavor. Very delicious. And then I took, like I promised, one bite of the apple cake, and it was really, really good too. It was a coconut-based whipped cream, so that way it was still plant-based. I would have eaten more of that, even though I'm not a huge sweets guy. I'm totally full. I way overate, but it's all you can eat there because it's $39 for adults. And I think 25 for kids. Oh, 21, so yeah, a little cheaper. So for the three of us, it's 99 plus tax and service fees and whatnot. So you can expect to spend, if it's a family of four, it's gonna be over $100, but it's really, really good. It's way better than average park food at like the other stands and stuff. So we're on our way to Winnie the Pooh, and we know there's Seven Dwarves. It's 45 minutes right now. And with the exception of Pirates, all the rides, almost the entire week, have all been shorter times than it actually has said. We might as well do it, because last time we rode it at nighttime, so it might be cool to experience it during the daytime. All right, so end of the line for Seven Dwarfs Mine Train is right next to Storybrooke Circus. So we'll get in line and hopefully it's 45 like it says. So for reference, we're pretty much there, and watch is at 24 minutes. So it was almost half the time it said. Right into it. Oh yeah. We waste no time on this ride. Oh, oh God. Oh, that's a good one. So as we're making our way over to Buzz Lightyear and back through the hub, little knowledge time. There was a man back in the 60s named General William Potter, which often is lovingly referred to as General Joe. And he's got a building named after him on Main Street. But he was an army general that was actually responsible for the land preparation, turning the swamp lands, basically the landfill, to build the park, as well as structuring the tunnel system that operates beneath it for the cast members to move around sight unseen. And then also, you can thank him as the reason there's no mosquito problem here. So just a little Disney trivia as we pass by the partner statue. A little trivia about how Walt Disney World came to be. Well, we're all done Buzz Lightyear. Now we're heading back over to ride Haunted Mansion again, naturally. But we just noticed the really nice view with the clouds just over the hub. Kind of wish it had been cloudy like this all day. Oh, and there you can see the castle. Right, we've reached that time of the night where it's the last ride of the night. Park officially closes in 50 minutes. We're online at Splash Mountain, which says it's a 70-minute wait. Space Mountain says it's a 2-hour wait right now, 120 minutes. So if that's true, that's going to be a lengthy line. This will probably be the last time we ever ride Splash Mountain as is at Disney World, since they're in the process of getting ready to completely change the ride. You know, we're going to go jump in this one, get a little wet, cool off a little bit because it's still like 85, 90 degrees outside. The humidity is going up a little bit even though the sun's gone down. So we'll be able to wrap up the night with a bang, so to speak. All right, we got on. It turned out it was about 45-minute wait when it said 70. Then went up to 90 while we were in line. Oh, let's see if we can see it. Yeah, there's the castle. Oh yeah, that's a nice view. You don't get those kind of views at Disneyland.
Let me go!
Alright, there's the climb right there. Here we go! Ashley just said she can't see because she got wet. Oh, look at those glasses! I don't know if I think it showed up. I got a little wet in the head. Enough to spike the hair up right now.
Actually, I was just thinking, I did not get wet at all.
You didn't get wet at all?
They're asking if you got wet.
A little bit, yeah. Yeah, here we've got some new fans out here asking if we got wet. All right, so that wraps up the day at Magic Kingdom and 4 days of Disney overload for the first time in over a year, or around a year. The day was spectacular. The entire 4 days have been spectacular. Tomorrow we've got a 1 day of Universal with just one park. They've got an event going on, so we're gonna go check that out, and that's kind of what that video is gonna be all about. So because of the last 4 videos, I kind of keep this short and to the point. It was really fun to be back. It was a nice reintroduction to it. California theme parks are getting ready to reopen, so that's super exciting, and we'll be there for every moment of every one. So we hope you liked this video. If so, please give us a thumbs up and consider subscribing to the channel. Ring the bell below to get notifications for all of our future videos. As always, please be kind and be real, and join us on our next experience. So another random fun Disney trivia fact being that all my work is in aviation. A little factoid is that if you've ever driven around anywhere, you see the little red flashing lights everywhere. Those are obstruction lights that are required by the FAA to be on obstacles. Well, when they built the castle, whatever the local code is here, well, it's not local, it's FAA code, for how tall a structure needs to be before it requires a light, they built this castle just 2 or 3 feet under that cap, so they didn't have to have the red obstruction light on the top of it, therefore taking away from the magic of the park and the castle.